Hello everyone, this is H2TechVideos, and today we're doing pros and cons on the Asus Transformer Prime. The biggest pro about this tablet is definitely going to be that it is the first and only quad-core on the market. So it's definitely going to make it stand out. I mean, even with a live wallpaper, there is really no slowdown on this tablet. So it's really fast, really well made, and the quad core just definitely shows off. I mean, you could even quickly, just while I talk about the quad core, even have a game that just the graphics are amazing. It really just plays very well. On this, you'll also, of course, get the latest version of Android 4.0, which is just really well off because it's made to run apps a lot faster, a lot smoother, and of course, we've already gone over some of the benefits, such as closing multiple tasks very easily on the previous video. But again, just to go over the quad-core processing is just really well off. As you saw, all the apps that I had open on the side. And still, I mean, it just loaded this really quick. And just to show you how well, and this is just a free game, so this isn't even the paid for games that are going to be just even the better graphics than this one can be. But you can just see how smooth and how quick the graphics and movement is on a game that looks this good. And again, it's just because of the processor. Just really smooth, really quick, and very well off. With Android 4.0, you get a lot of nice features, even just by quickly rearranging your stuff into folders. Just really nice all around, just a pleasant OS, and definitely just it works nice, and it just is a lot better than the previous versions of 3.2 to 2.3. It's a lot better off and more simplistic, easy, and user-friendly, which is the biggest complaint that's been about Android. This one has thus solved. Another definite nice quality is the camera on it. The camera on it is an 8 megapixel camera. Here's the interface, very simple, zoom in and out, focus, very simplistic, but after taking a couple of shots with it, we can definitely see a really nice crisp detail, definitely way better than any other tablet camera on the market. Still, as an everyday shooter, I wouldn't recommend that, this isn't going to replace your camera completely, but, definitely better than any other camera on the market on a tablet. So very well off for that purpose. I wouldn't say it's better than other phone cameras, but definitely better than any other tablet camera on the market. So really good for that. Another thing is, its ports. It has some nice ports from, can't really see it right here, but it's a micro HDMI, so you can actually connect it right directly to the TV with a little adapter, as well as a little micro SD card slot. So it has expandable memory, which is nice. You have 32 gigs built in at a $499 price point, which is, $100 less compared to most other ones at that price for memory-wise. Most of the one at $499, you get 16 gigs. This one you have 32, but you can still actually have more storage on it. The definite other thing is it is one of the brightest screens on the market, if not the brightest. It is an IPS Plus screen display, and just so you can see that right here, you can actually turn the IPS to regular or IPS Plus mode. So what that is just, it's a really bright screen. Just to give an example, side-by-side comparison to an iPad 2, this has an IPS screen. So you can definitely see that this one is going to be a lot brighter. I mean, if you're outdoors, you can actually still see this one, whereas this one, you can't really tell anything on it. So definitely more vibrant colors as well as brighter colors overall. So from an IPS screen to an IPS Plus, definitely a huge improvement on the screen quality. Now, going on the screen quality, one last, actually before we get to that, on the con section, the one last pro is definitely This does have the ability to have a separate keyboard dock. Now with a keyboard dock, you actually get a laptop kind of feel because the tablet will simply dock onto the keyboard, and then you'll have a keyboard with some nice features. One is going to be expandable battery. So this right here has a 10-hour battery life, which is pretty good, especially since it's a quad-core processor. Usually when you upgrade a processor, you expect to get less battery life, but with this, it's still kept it at 10 hours. With the keyboard dock, however, you get a full 18-hour battery life, so very impressive, and I mean definitely longer than any tablet when combined. Now the other pro is you do have a full USB slot, which if you want to connect a flash drive, hard drive, keyboard, or not keyboard because you have a keyboard with it, but if you wanted to connect basically like a cell phone, a charger, or connect a camera, you have the ability with a full USB with the dock, as well as a full SD card slot, so you can always, when you're on vacation, you can view your pictures and have a full laptop kind of experience. Now, the cons. What are the cons of this, really nice quad-core tablet? Well, coming from myself, having a Samsung Galaxy tablet, I actually, while the screen is bright, it's not as vibrant. The screen on a Samsung Galaxy Tab is definitely more vibrant in comparison to this new IPS Plus screen. Samsung makes the iPad screen even, so it just kind of was the best screen on the market and arguably really still is. Even with this new IPS screen, I just don't get the same kind of colors that I do on my current tablet comparing to the new Asus Prime. Now also, the Asus Prime in comparison to this is a little bit heavier. The Samsung Galaxy tablet and the iPad 2 are a bit lighter than the Asus Prime. Now, that can be a pro or a con. Some people like a little bit more weight to it, but some people do want a lighter feel. So, that I'm going to leave up to you. Do you want a little bit more weight, or do you like the light to go along with the thin? This tablet definitely is thin, but it's just not as light as the other tablets on the market that are the same kind of profile of slim line profile. Now, another con that we were talking about earlier was USB you do get with the keyboard dock, but you don't have a full-size USB built in. Now, some tablets like the Toshiba Thrive and the Acer A200, you get a full-size USB built in on the tablet, so you don't need to add on anything to get that feature. With this one, unless you do get the $150 keyboard dock, you do not have that feature. So it's just one con that definitely still stands out. Now, the other thin line profile tablets don't have it, but it's just something that we missed that other tablets do have on the market. Overall, weighing out the pros and cons, I mean, it's definitely more pros than cons as we saw. So the pros definitely stand out on it. The only other con I can think of is simply again, comparing it to my Samsung Galaxy Tab, this one has one speaker just like the iPad 2 has, which is nice. I mean, it's decent quality, but coming from, again, a tablet that had stereo speakers, one on each side, it definitely gave a better sound quality and a stronger sound quality. So, again, not a little nitpicky, you could say, but definitely something that I wish it could have had stereo speakers. I mean, other tablets on the market have it. Why couldn't this one? Overall, it's still more pros than cons, but just being a little nitpicky again to try to get some cons on there because it really is a lot more pros on them right now for this tablet. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoy that. These were basic pros and cons. Overall, it does have more pros than cons. Definitely, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, and we will be happy to answer whatever else we missed. Alright, this is H2TechVideos, and this has been RICKY, the Android Guy.